Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 140th session of our Pendragon campaign. It is still the Twilight era, but is the year 559. All right, so let's talk about the spring here. There's no news from Jerusalem from those who have left so far, but that's, that could be considered good news as well. As we prepare for the spring Pentecostal and Feaster, there is going to be a new roundtable night coming in. One recommended by Archie himself from Cornwall. A Palamedes.
Yeah.
He is both a Muslim and Saracen, but he was currently seeking the questing beast during the insurrection stuff and was kind of exonerated, and due to his swift help and assistance of Archie and just clearly this person could be trusted, another good stone for Arthur's New Kingdom
Awesome.
can send in. So that's the other big news right now. I think you probably would have heard about.
Nice.
Yep. But that being said, it's going to be a pretty chill spring, all things considered. Garrett, you will get called in as marshal for the lady. All right. Mainly, this is in response to what was going on last year with the insurrections and the knights being stripped of their titles and things like that, and just making sure there's going to be no rebellion or anything of these kinds of natures. Right. The second thing, though, is that she's been hearing reports of more traveling knights going through the area. These are disenfranchised knights or even mercenary knights who have sort of given up after the Grail quest and are so jaded that don't even follow Arthur anymore. So to watch out for any of these kind of knights, bad types.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. In general, a sense of jadedness is, while the earth restores itself from the past 2 years, there's a sense of spiritual and social jadedness as everyone's kind of rebuilding and the question is for what? Right? Where's the progress?
Yeah. Indeed.
Obviously, as strong knights yourselves, you're maybe a little bit too blind to this. But as players, you should know that this is sort of the general malaise going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And is this a feeling of that people aren't prospering? Is there a feeling of stagnation, the knights aren't getting to be knightly the way that they want?
Sure. It's actually both. It's a form of knight. So what's scary is that there are definitely knights rebelling of this jadedness, and they're kind of getting fed up with Arthur. And just Camelot in general, the ideals pushed of chivalry, this kindness, this ideals, after basically so many knights were lost during the Grail period. So many lands are being upended that they're God's a cruel jokester, frankly, right? And that this is turning them away, not necessarily to Satan, but just away from every choice, being this sucks. I'm tired, I'm tired, and I don't want to do this anymore is the general sense. But I think the more scary situation is there is a lack of respect of knights from the lower classes.
Interesting.
You have been hearing a lot more about knights getting effectively lynched, who are either too cruel, messing up somewhere. Just peasants are not okay with it anymore.
Oh no, that's
yes. So dealing with almost a two pronged attack of a spiritual malaise and a material malaise of the underclasses for so long. They're they were promised change, and again, they haven't gotten it. Um,
Mm.
there's just this sense that like maybe finding the Grail was a bad idea. That if we found the Grail? Why aren't things better? You know, the king got better, but the land didn't get really, like I'm not better as they're, watching goats eat the burnt thatches of the roofs of their homes, like they're like, so there's this kind of general sense of ill at ease.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, you all are mostly like, I know obviously Winterborn Gun is being rebuilt and stuff like that, but like as far as like this sense, I feel like both of you are pretty well insulated, being such high up in the ranks of Vavasors of Salisbury. So this stuff is what your vassals are telling you more.
Okay.
But other than that, spring is relatively easy for you all. No, and if anything that you want to be proactive about, any sort of training, that kind of stuff, this would be a good time.
Two things. One, I have marked a bunch of parts of my holdings as ruined.
Yeah.
How do I rehabilitate those? And I assume that's a winter phase type thing. But
you got to be rebuilding them. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just literally rebuilding them. Okay.
Yeah.
And second, I vaguely recall Archie doing some matchmaker stuff for Garrett, like arranging a marriage for when he came of age and was knighted. I don't have in my notes the outcome of that.
I thought it was Nimue, the Cornish princess of Ilchester.
Yes. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was looking at his
Nimue.
Nimue, Cornish princess. And so they're married already.
Correct.
Or was this?
They were married. They're married over the winter.
Okay. How do you say Nimu?
Yeah. Yep. This is also giving you a title and claim for Ilchester.
Love to hear that. 557 would have been when. Nimue of Cornwall.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the title that I have claimed to?
I don't know if Ilchester is. I think it's a barony.
Okay.
Now to be clear, you're not close to the top of this one, right?
No, but I am. If enough barons of Ilchester die, hypothetically.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Like the most the last recent ruler of Ilchester perished with King Mark, in the fights to be their uncle kind of took over and is currently pledged to Archie, those sort of that loyalty pledge that like, listen, I won't be like them. I'll be okay. I can get the lands. I'll get your taxes and keep things in line.
Okay. And is there any glory associated with marrying her?
Oh, there definitely should be. You're marrying a princess, so probably an easy, like 500.
500. Okay.
You have also, you're earning the disdain of many local Cornish people for this.
But,
yep, that's life. Exactly.
I'll somehow I think I'll come to terms with it.
Yeah.
My hot baroness wife.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. The most important thing is that your wife does not like Winterborn Gunnet as well. It's pretty she's used to living in a proper castle and keeps and not looking around at like construction like this all the time.
That's fine. We have a house in over in Wilton that I'm gonna give her a stipend to make pretty.
Nice. Yeah. So she doesn't have to see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like the second Winterborn Gunnet spouse that has been like, I don't like Winterborn Gunnet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You keep marrying from abroad, so that they show up here to danky old Southern England, and they're like, what the hell, man? I was like,
you're gonna love the Gunnet nearby. Sometimes it has water over it, but sometimes it doesn't. It's so cool.
Come on, let's go see the stones. Come on.
Yeah, see where that tower used to be? Oh, we threw so many peddlers off that tower.
Those are the good times.
Oh yeah.
All right. What about you, Jim? Anything for Irwin this spring?
I'm just gonna go raiding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere in the Midlands, like where the wasteland was maybe still just healing. Someone's manor that doesn't have a knight in it, who's not going to care, or just somewhere where we can go have some fun.
Oh my God, absolutely. Are we doing this? Are you just doing this solo? Do you have a retinue? Do you think you have a bunch of like-minded knights so that this is kind of like a thing?
Yeah, I'd assume so. Yeah, there's all these disaffected knights running around. Surely some of them would pal around.
Oh, sick. Okay, yeah. Guess what? You're throwing your lot in with a group called the Ugly Mugs. They are currently they're led by quite a few disaffected. These are literally the folks who got mad from the Grail quest, hence their name.
Yeah. But nowhere near where, nowhere in the south, just where it's always been bad,
Okay. Let's see how lucky we are here. Because they're going to go where the money is. Okay. They're not. They're going south. Or at least like the Midlands. Specifically, we're looking at, you were promised like, oh yeah, for sure. We're going to go up to like Camel Yard, or something up past, following the Wales border, the Avon River. We'll find something there. And the next thing you know, you're hanging out in Somerset. You're raiding Somerset. Technically, Somerset's not bad. I mean, technically, this is a part of the Archie's protectorate, but it's loosely controlled and plenty good for raiding. You're not obviously going to be attacking Bath or like, you know what I mean? That's not what your group could do. But there's plenty of spots around villages. Here. Yeah, for villages. Okay, so can you do me a favor? Can you go ahead and test cruelty, valor, and sword for me? Nice.
Sword.
Oh, I love that. Perfect. Okay, that means... All right, for everyone that you've passed, give yourself a check for it.
Okay.
And then you get rewarded by... You do not gain a fight from them. You're able to do this successfully. Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you roll a d6? Oh, sick. Okay, guess what? In addition to gaining 4 Libra of goods, you're also going to get a prisoner. So can you... Yeah, absolutely. Can you please roll another d6 for me?
Yes. We got a 1 for this.
Okay, Okay, I was wondering maybe you would capture like a man-at-arms or something like that, but instead you've kidnapped a mentor, and I'll let you choose what mentor this is. As long as this mentor is your prisoner, you get a free check every year based on what they give. So you've kidnapped a teacher.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay.
I love that.
Yes.
It could be a falcon instructor, any skill.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, something luxurious, something like a falconer with their mulery or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you've also here's a few names for you as well to have. These are your not conspirators, but co-entrepreneurs, I suppose.
Yeah.
The first one's Owena. The next one is Cadfanon. And Obalot. These are three. These are three of the big names of the Ugly Mugs.
Okay. One of the aims of Irwin in the long term is just building up enough, rapport that he can lead as one of his own of these. Because it's like the kingdom's going to shit. You're going to need people, strong arms that have to be done.
Yeah.
We'll take this loot back to our own manors and make sure our people are fed and have what they need.
Okay. Here is the downside. I don't think there's a way you can really keep this under wraps, especially to everyone in Salisbury. No. Test pride versus modest. If you don't, if you would for me, pride would mean that you can't help but kind of, you brag about it a little bit, or modest means you're okay. Nah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it could be the situation that maybe you were trying to play it low key, but then someone ratted out on you accidentally, or a rival, something like this. Okay, but the point being here is that this is going to make it up to the marshal, and so as we have important knights going off raiding, and whether or not this warrants a talking to or other disciplinary actions. That's all. Okay. Yeah. But that will be a discretion. In fact, actually, let's do that before spring. All right. So Archie, in addition to the pre-Easter, here's the plans, here's what's going on, here's the logistics, who's on garrison duty while we're going to Camelot, just the standard checklist of everything that we've always been doing for these years. Now, obviously for you, it's a little bit new compared to Archie. But for Garrett here, there's one additional point here, and that is the various knights of Salisbury that like to go on raidings and raids during this time, and what should be done, or if anything.
Right.
So
the first question is a kind of hypothetical. Like, let's assume that a knight has to raid, that it's got to happen. Are there better places they could be raiding? Because I think Garrett absolutely kind of gets it, of like wanting to raid. Knight's got a knight, man. But that it's an issue if it's like sort of weakening the kingdom from within. And so the question is are there more acceptable targets that could be out there?
Yeah, they're picking on people that would never be able to marshal forces against Salisbury.
Yeah.
As long as we're picking on the little people, it's probably, or like the little kingdoms and the little fiefs, it's probably okay.
Okay. So Garrett is going to do two things. Let me bone up on his traits real quick, because I don't want to get too Archie-brained here.
Yeah, I'm saying that, like, you had to probably figure out who they're reading, like who was hit through the grapevine. And my guess is that no skill necessary for I think it's more important. It's more interesting if you had perfect information, I think. Here.
Yeah. No, I'm just seeing like what traits are maybe good. Lord, Garrett's traits are wild. I forgot this.
Yeah.
It's different when you're like calculating them one by one and going through a big long like list of putting and then you just look at the numbers and I'm like, oh, the right hand column, nothing above like 9.
Beautiful. Head empty,
14,
enlightened.
19, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 12, 17. Okay. But this gives me a good idea. Garrett is going to get kind of explicit permission from the Earl. Or try to get explicit permission from the Earl to lead a raid. And the idea is to pick to raid an acceptable target, right? Be like, here's the kind of person you're supposed to be raiding, not easy pickings. And two, I want to try and make sure it's profitable, because the idea is this is like a piece of propaganda. Like, shame the knights by picking on easy targets when you can not just sharpen your skills, but get equally rich.
Yeah, it's funny that I don't think Garrett realizes this, but Garrett is basically reinventing Utherian raiding practices of the gifts going back to your Earl, who then redistributes them.
Yeah, I don't think that's accidental. I think that is what Garrett's 22 and he knows he doesn't know.
Our forefathers.
It's the it's the carcinization of raiding.
At this point, right? The position of Marshal has been in the family for 3 generations. Right? Yep. So like when he walks into that office, he might feel overwhelmed because he's so young and this is such a large responsibility, but he also has like all of his father and grandfather's notes to draw from. I think Garrett absolutely is like, before major decisions like this, is absolutely going to go into the family chronicle, be like, what the fuck did Archie do? What the fuck did Aeswin do about this? You know?
Awesome. Oh, that's so good. Okay. So we'll consult Lady Angerhead of Salisbury next time. Do you think this is something important enough that you would dress down the culprits right now, or would you just kind of talk to them quietly in Easter feast kind of situation?
Talk to them quietly, because I think the raiding thing is something that I'm gonna do at Easter. Right.
Okay.
Get the word out. Stand up there, be like, hey, I've heard that there are some knights who are doing X, Y, and Z. I would like your permission to do it better and cooler and with more money at the end. I mean, that's right. His plan.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How could this possibly go wrong?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Awesome. Then
this is also him trying to establish, I'm not Archie. I'm not the same hard ass that we're kind of glad left for his little barony marcher status.
Yeah, I know. That's so awesome. Okay. Then anything to do before Feaster then?
Think so.
I love that you kidnapped a falconer. That's so sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him to Easter too. Look at this new falconer.
Yeah.
Leave the sword, take the falconer.
Yeah. This guy. Check out these hawks. Sweet hawks.
Okay. All right.
Like Erwin's a cousin of the queen, right? Like,
yeah.
Because his mom is the cousin of the queen, so I think Erwin might just have a little bit of "what are you going to do to me" sort of attitude about the whole thing.
Honestly,
I am really looking forward to our characters coming to loggerheads. Like, already very clear that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love this energy.
Yeah.
All right, let's feast her.
Let's do it.
We got cold meat slices and ginger sauce, boiled bittern, and roast eagle.
Wow, roast eagle.
Bittern
that must be a fish, maybe.
No, it's a bird. It is a type of bird related to the heron.
Okay.
Nice.
So, kind of swamp bird or something. Yeah.
Cold meat slices.
Cold meat slices. In ginger sauce. That sounds like a really nice like summer meal, maybe. You know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how do they get meat cold without it going bad? Just
ice houses.
pondering. Yeah, it must be like an ice house or something that they've got, but they can
hire someone to just blow on it for a while.
Yeah.
Well, or maybe if it is bad, at least it's covered up with the ginger sauce.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't taste it. Just later.
This is Paisley, the meat blower. He keeps our cold meat.
Goodness.
You want a chili shank of turkey? You turn to him.
Old fashion was that?
Yeah.
I have no fashion, so we're gonna pay for.
I pay a valet to do all that kind of thing.
Oh, there's definitely been a valet in the family.
Oh yeah.
Oop, did not help.
Actually, this is when you all are finished your for determining how close you are to the salt. I actually would like to. I just got an idea. Oh no. That's a fumble on the appearance.
Fumble.
Are you eating with the dogs today?
I mean, I'm the Marshal of Salisbury, so I've gotta claim a higher seat. I've gotta.
You have to.
You know, it's gonna be embarrassing. I'm gonna come off like a little bit of a dick. Yeah. Oh, but don't I have to test modest?
You have to roll again if it's a fumble.
I think it's something like you automatically have to test pride or something like that. Simply be from the idea that you just deserve better.
Yeah.
If you don't, you lose honor or something like that. Like you have to speak up.
And here's the problem. You'll see what my pride is.
Oh, this is fine. I can sit with the dogs.
You can. So on the feast procedure, if you succeed at a modest, don't lose honor.
Sorry, you roll again. If you have to it's an outrage. You have to roll again. If it's another fail, then you're on the floor.
Okay. Well, regardless, I passed my modest, and I passed my second appearance because I'm a stud.
Okay, so you're just all right. You're just below the salt, so you won't be getting any geniality.
Yeah, and I think maybe Garrett is like, this sucks, but hey, I'm trying to do this raid thing, so maybe it's better that I appear to be like one of you all.
This could work to your advantage. Is there the thing I was getting at before I got stun locked by the fumble was I think there's a sort of like meet the family-ness that both of you have to deal with, being the youngsters, that you either can enjoy it or not, which I guess would be a trait that you all can roll here. But this is the idea of you having to be nice to, your cousins, your nephews, that you see, your whole little clan that meets up here at Camelot, right?
Oh,
your grandparents and what they think of you, and whether you put if you give a shit if they think of what they think of you, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. By the way, I need a squire and a marshal squire name.
Oh yeah, you do. All right, stand by.
It's been a while since we had to set up.
A whole new lad.
Yes, squires.
All right, your squire's name is Indeg.
Okay.
And the marshal squire is Tegan.
Tegan, got it.
Your marshal squire is a tyrannical Templar deep down.
Man, what is up with these kids these days?
They're known to be honest but lustful. Honestly, I get that.
Respect.
And Tegan is a cruel Templar deep down. So they're also very
goddamn
nervous.
I got my stuff to work with here.
They are known to be spiritual but nervous, and they desire to be even more spiritual. This one, I mean, I didn't roll for the other one. But...
This guy wears a hair shirt, doesn't he? He's wearing a fucking hair shirt all the time.
Yeah, they're trying to be a little more like Christ.
Stay, motherfucker.
Goddamn, Garrett has got his work cut out from the jump.
I don't know. I mean, this is funny, but I would rather I could make it very quickly more serious in the form of they think if they're more religious, their dad will come back from the Grail quest.
Yeah.
So, or mom, yeah. They're really going to try to be pious this year. They're really going to try. Okay. Anyways,
just got to keep them off our red pill. You know, that's.
Sure.
All right. So there we can. Oh, you need lads, don't you, Jim? You also need a squire.
I need at least one squire.
Yeah. All right. You got Adwin, who is a compassionate schemer. Deep down, they're known to be energetic but deceitful, and they desire to be even more energetic.
Compassionate schemer.
Oh, they got ideas and plans to make the kingdom better. Okay. They are currently chatting about the hypothetical best insult about one's tapestries. Okay.
Nice.
Also, there is a surprise at Feast this year. It is a long time coming. So in fact, it's sort of been out of vogue pretty much since the Grail quest. But there is a miracle to be had before the feast this year. Or at least
a miracle.
Yeah, or at least one that requires our attention. As people are getting seated, and I'm sure Garrett's trying to figure out their seating positions, coming through the doors are a trio of knights. Two of them are round table knights who are carrying a badly wounded knight that you all do not recognize. The two knights are Dinadin, as well as Planorius. They come in basically still wearing their travel armor and stuff, while everyone else is in their fineries and stuff. They're like, we found this great knight on the trail. He seeks the best knight. He can't, and obviously, like, this guy's basically has a major wound and cannot, basically unconscious, right? So they're speaking on behalf of this injured knight. They say, this knight, before he passed out, he said his wounds will never be healed lest they were treated by the best knight in the world. The other knight with him is like, I was with him in Iberia, where a witch cursed him.
Okay, Lancelot.
Lancelot is not around.
Okay.
King
let's go down the list.
Oh, you don't. Oh, yeah. I know.
Who's still around?
So there are a few. Tristram's not around, of course, but neither Galahad as well. So King Arthur is looking around, and he has very few options. So in fact, King Arthur will stand up, given that probably some of the best knights around are not available, and he will try to treat this Hungarian knight.
Okay.
Which will obviously be a surprise to all for him to come down and do this. So he will, so what will happen is that he's not going to be doing this in the hall where everyone's eating. Instead, they were like, no, come on, take him to my chambers, let him rest. We'll get our curations, we'll do everything, so he's going to be doing this instead of the feast for the first round here. But obviously no one's going to eat without the king, right? So everyone's kind of just waiting around, and Arthur does the classic surgeon brings down the mask and shakes his head like he couldn't do it. He failed. Arthur failed. and basically will not contain his anger and will basically knock over a few like candelabras and stuff, like things around, just being mad and being like, none of you are eating until this night is healed.
Okay.
And all the servants are just picking you and staring at these cold meats for like 30 minutes, and the servants just pick up the trays and start blowing on them.
That meat is gonna be so warm. That meat is gonna be so warm by the time we get to it. It's gonna be practically cooked.
So there are, so we got so all the round table knights are getting rounded up for this for sure, right? That are around. You got Bedivere, Caradoc. None of the Orkneys are here. Ginglin, Tor, Montague, Galahad and Bors are in Jerusalem. Percival, Lionel, Cador, Lamorak's dead. We got Palamedes. Palamedes will try next, even though he's probably not the best knight. But yeah. Okay, so this will continue and fail until now. If we were on the round table, you all could have a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Mm-hmm. Because you all will have to have your turn here.
What am I rolling?
Let's see. Would it be surgery?
I don't even see that on my... That's not even on my skill list.
Okay.
There's first aid.
No, I think you got to roll. What makes the bet? No, we're doing this by a virtue because this is a miracle thing. What is the single encapsulatory virtue of the best knight? And roll that.
Honor.
Right. He's an honorable knight. Not enough.
Close.
Not enough.
Close.
Yeah.
Close. Pass is not enough. Got a crit, I'm guessing.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so.
Honor.
Oof.
No dice.
They've already tried that. Instead, you're met with more groans. And the cries for more bedding and rags.
There's nothing we could do for this man.
Yeah, and I just want to point out something as well that, it might seem like Arthur is emotional, and because he is, but this also does remind him a lot of the time with the Fisher King and the Wounded King. Like this, he's like, this is like God's mocking him almost in a way. Seeing this happen. So, wounded by the spear of the pierced Jesus or whatever. Okay.
Spear of Longinus.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the food will definitely be going lukewarm until finally Lancelot is ordered by who arrives, refuses until Arthur orders him to heal this bleeding knight.
Ooh.
Who chooses piety.
Okay.
Piety. All right.
Yeah. And not just one, but two people walk out that door. Lancelot and the Hungarian knight, cured of his wounds.
Yeah.
And Lancelot will take this moment, say, through the grace of God, does this, I am merely a vessel for the Christ. I did not do this. It was through the miracles of Christ. And the Hungarian laughs and in broken English goes like, I don't care who did it, as long I'm just ready to eat and go jousting. And there's a big old kind of laugh, and there's a cry for food. I've been bleeding for 7 years, and boy, am I hungry. Kind of gist to it. And yeah, Lancelot will try to seek a quiet audience with the king for the first round of the feast.
Okay.
How do you all feel about it that Lancelot was able to do this?
Unsurprised.
Typical, typical Lancelot.
It's weird because like Lancelot coming in and performing a miracle is the least miraculous thing. It's like, yeah, of course, of course.
He's never done a miracle before. But yeah, I know. It's true.
Like a proper miracle.
Yeah, this is like for all intents and purposes, he's a knight, right? He's just a French knight that's really good at everything. And yeah, he literally performed a miracle. Because Lancelot seems stunned. It's a vast juxtaposition to the way the Hungarian knight is, right? Like honestly, he's like crying and like it's like, oh my god, I did what I what I thought I could never do. So
yeah. But it's like Garrett, raised on stories of Lancelot. It's just like, oh yeah. Did he not know?
Why didn't they ask him first?
Yeah, the meat could have been cold.
yeah. So Erwin's like, we should have asked Lancelot first, and we could have avoided all the humiliation for the rest of us.
Right? Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Way to rub salt in the wound, King Arthur.
Yeah. Oh, I love that people were upset. Yeah.
Yeah. Garrett kind of like side eyes Erwin at the word humiliation. He's like, wait, really? Yeah. Really, you felt humiliated?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's a question for Jim. Our characters have like traditionally been close, but like this generation, I think, is the first where like we weren't like raised together the same way that Acewin and are these characters even like that familiar with one another except through like the family parties?
I don't know, because I always envisioned Erwin as being raised in Bedegrain, right? He's like the first and only really of Arthur's or not Arthur's, but Orthrin's second wife, and so and because of her and because of like his mom's position, I always just sort of assumed that like he's more attached to that side of the family.
Yeah,
I have a whole half brothers and sisters who are down there in Salisbury that I visit occasionally and know the family connections through them, but he's like considers himself like, oh, I'm part of the Queen's family. Actually, yeah, even though it's like a second cousin,
Yeah, I like the idea of like Archie and Cadwalla just like arranging the play dates for the children, and these two kids being like, I don't know you. Like, what? Why are we supposed to play together?
Right. Yeah.
So
and Erwin was a twin. He's the survivor of twins, right? He's supposed to have a brother who died like when he was like 2. And so Erwin's. I always get the impression I got in like as I was making the character of like someone who's just spent a lot of time by themselves in a really shitty part of the country.
Yeah. This isn't gonna end up well.
Yeah. It's like, you guys were eating all those years that we were starving up there in the wasteland.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Garrett has a very close relationship with his 2 younger siblings and like was raised with them. It's because they're similar age. They were going through similar stuff at the same time and supporting one another.
Yeah. Now, Godwin is Cadwalla's oldest son. And he's like, right now, he's still a squire. He's like 19,
Yeah. Well,
I think we probably know Gareth, but Garrett, but not as close. And yes, it is a humiliation. Arthur didn't have to call us all up there to do that. We could have just waited for Lancelot.
Yeah, I think Garrett is starting to be like, there's something tickling his radar. It's like, okay, Erwin was one of the knights who went on this raid that I'm gonna address, and the way he's talking now, it's like I think I actually need to get to know this person, or at least what they're about, because this is coming from an unexpected quarter.
I love that because it's also like, oh, this is also that name that was showing up with the rating. You know, like it's like, oh, that guy. It's just that it's so. You're like, this name keeps coming up.
Yeah. It's like, he's humiliated. Whereas I thought it was just a great chance to see what I need to work on. Like a great moment of modesty, says the guy with modesty of 17.
Okay. Sorry. Now we're at the card draw phase. It's a long miracle.
Oh yeah. All right. So we're gonna need the feast screen.
Yeah. Oh, you not? Oh, I didn't drag you over there. My bad. Thank you. There you go.
Nor is it.
I don't know. Are we? Yeah, we don't need to.
Yeah, I don't think we have tokens. It's fine.
Yeah,
no worries.
Let's see. First this time, because you're already chivalrous, right?
Yeah.
Honor than me. I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely seated below you. Oh no, did you also fail your appearance?
No, you passed.
Okay, I'm just below the salt.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not drawing cards at all, are you?
No. I mean, first round of this feast, I'm gonna do my pitch rating.
Gotcha. All right. Notable gets 3 cards.
It does feel good to be back down in the modest 3-card range.
Mm-hmm. All right, I did get a host, so we'll see what that's all about. The other 2, inflamed passions. Can't take that one or more drink. But for the host card, the host speaks at length.
Really?
Yes. Energetic versus lazy. The host rises and drones on about the current political environment.
Oh. I'm
pretty energetic.
He's talking about the fucking Logris unemployment rate at 4%. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. So pretty
So
it's a State of the Union that's not landing and that's speaking to the people's hearts and minds today.
Yeah. It's boring, but when the king speaks, there's always something you can turn to your own advantage. So Erwin pays attention, roll intrigue, and see if I can get something off of that. Intrigue. Nice. All right, so get a glimpse of what is to come. Gain +5 to your intrigue for the rest of the feast.
Ah, okay. Then here's what you will know. Things are not well in Anglia. In addition to a rebellion led by the Saxons once again, the vicious and vile King Brian of the Isles has swept down and is currently there as well. He's the ones that tried to raid Wales a few years ago along with King Mark.
Yeah, I remember.
So he's still kind of, so his ships and things are still at large, and they are reporting there. So expect to saddle up.
Yeah. All right. And that's where we were getting a bunch of our food from, too, right? The Anglians, they were largely spared during King Mark's War and from the Wasteland. If I recall, there's some kind of alliance proposed with.
Hence them being a target. Yeah.
Brian. It's a long way from the islands.
It is.
I mean, if there's a war on, that's great. Erwin wants to be a part of that.
Nice. Yeah. You can totally help to, go join the army.
Yeah, because Erwin's cruel and the like, but he also has a high just. Like, you can't have lawlessness.
Oh my God,
the personality.
I mean, for you, there's probably nothing better than, you mean I'm allowed to kill people legally? You mean I can legally do this? Legally? Ah, nice.
Put me in charge of the hangings.
Yeah, being just is, that's what being, the unfortunate reality is that being just in this game is very much means I have a license to kill.
Yes, that's how he looks at it.
And it's interesting that because the chivalrous condition only counts up from the traits you want, you can compensate for not using merciful to get your chivalry bonus. So you could hypothetically be a cruel chivalrous person.
Yeah, as long as you're valorous and spiritual enough.
Your others are.
Yeah.
Then you can smite with righteous anger till the cows come home. It's okay. You're just you're not cruel. You're just a little overzealous.
Yeah. Yeah, excitable boy, they all said.
Yeah.
Quote Warren Zevon. Garrett is no, I'm not pulling cards. I'm going to lay the groundwork for my plan of managing these jaded knights and proposing, or modeling rather, not proposing. Archie was a talker. Garrett is not. Garrett is going to ask permission to do a thing and be like, I'm the example. Fucking follow this, right? So he's gonna formally ask, the Earl, be like, hey, I've heard about these raids that may or may not have happened, not naming names here. But I thought if we're gonna raid, we might as well raid someone who can fight back to prove our mettle. I mean, anyone can raid someone without a weapon. Anyone can bully some peasants. But I'd like to actually have a challenge, and it would be nice if I had like a kind of acceptable target, if I got a sanction for this. Would that be intrigue, orate?
You're asking if Lady Angrad would condone attacking another kingdom of Logris.
It doesn't have to be a kingdom of Logris, is the point, especially because we're now hearing about this stuff.
So if you can. Oh, so if you could, but it would be like, okay, then to attack like Wales or Cornwall or.
Yeah, just let's start with not peasants.
Yeah.
Like, let's start with like not the most vulnerable people.
Okay. She's putting a lot of trust in you. So I think I'm okay with you picking the skill here. Because her trust in you means she's letting you approach this the way that you want.
I'm going to invoke Loyalty Lord to help me with this, because I'm not the same intrigue as Archie.
I have your best interests at heart. That's what you say at the start. Okay.
So, is with 60 passions, does that a plus 10, or is that still just
I think it's only plus 5. I think a crit's plus 10, right? No, crit's plus 20.
I have to have an exalted passion. I'm 1 point below that.
Yeah.
That's still plus 5. I'll take it. God damn it.
You fumbled.
God fucking damn it. I rolled more 20s in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Any other RPG brutal. I've ever played in my fucking life.
You're not wrong.
It's brutal.
Yeah. So I lose a point of Loyalty Lord.
Yes.
Love that.
I think you lose another. I think the result of this is also you lose a point of Loyalty Lord. Like as a consequence. Like normally you lose that because of the passion and failing. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
But then also you're asking like, my lord, I have your best interests at heart and stuff, and she's going to dress you down.
Yeah, you know? I think I present a very confused case.
Right.
Where it's like, wait, what are you asking for exactly? Like,
are you asking me to go to war against my fellow king? Like, you want me to go attack Archie's kingdom? Like, we're not gonna,
shit,
and exacerbate.
Man.
You know, the Wales and Orkneys are, I should just attack. They already think that we're, the Welsh already think that we're Orkneys stooges, for the amount of friendship that we have. You know, at least I guess, I imagine the lady's more erudite the way I'm saying it, but
yeah, no, it's rough.
I can't. Yeah, I'm still inheriting these lands. I cannot seek. I don't want to make more enemies. Yeah.
Cool.
While the cement is while the Roman cement is still drying.
Oh my god. This is already the second 20.
That's absolutely brutal
of the game.
Yeah.
How could you? Yeah, exactly. Also, why are you eating down here? Why do you make me come all the way down here?
What are you wearing?
Yeah. Oh, this is a fucking disaster for Garrett. I think Garrett is legitimately fucking.
Yeah. Right. Well, in it, little did we know that there's another bird on the menu, and that bird's crow. So enjoy. Serving just for Garrett.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll proud versus modest again because I'm not a proud guy.
Do we want to double down? Is this like a double or nothing?
No, this is just to see how he takes it, and I think, I think he's gonna be very embarrassed, but I don't think it's gonna prick his pride because this guy has very little pride.
Yeah, you don't take it personally. That's fine.
I think that's a really interesting. I think it's honestly the most interesting part of my traits. Because, like, generous, honest, just, those are all commiserate to what Archie had and a lot of the other characters. I think this is the first character I've had that has a remarkably high modest. Like, a character, it's not personal. It's not personal.
The first thing that came into my head, and forgive me for this analogy, is that you're basically like an LLM. Like, you have no personal stake in what you're saying. Like, you don't take it harshly. You're like, I just take whatever's around me, and I'm just going to say, like, I have an idea, and I'm just saying, okay, well, that didn't work out. That's fine. Like, there's no, like, vestiture in the results that you're saying for yourself personally.
Yeah, you know what? I think, and it's also like Garrett just like goes back to his brother and sister is like, well, fuck, like, I think Garrett, Ywain, and Yvette are like a little Three Musketeers situation. Ywain just got knighted this year. Yvette is officially a lady, and we're probably going to start looking for matches for her. But I think we're very close, and it's just like. That might be why he doesn't have that pride, because he is a very strong kind of support network to like slap him on the back and commiserate with him, and it really helps take the sting out of any ego that might be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like right next door to Erwin by himself.
Yeah. It's like you never ask permission.
Yeah. How often do we get like a Kubrick stare from Erwin, like when the camera looks at him?
Yeah. What's this guy over here doing? What's Garrett doing? Is he telling on me? Is he tattling?
You have an audible glower.
Yeah. Yeah, just anyone who's approaching their lord or whatever is just like, look at this. Look at this. Can you believe it?
I would love to hear your soliloquies. That's awesome.
All right. Let's see. So we're doing 3 rounds? Yeah, 3 rounds.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if we can get one more. Another draw. Another host card. Jeez.
Well, aren't you the
like
Queen's family?
Trying to do his own thing.
Queen's family.
Yeah.
Queen's family.
You're the Queen's family.
Drunk and loud. More drink. Twice Erwin's been able to get his drink on, but has been foiled.
Mm-hmm.
Because the host calls for a toast.
Ooh, courtesy.
Host calls for a toast. Yeah, that's my courtesy is average. Courtesy, all players opposed. Winning character gets +2 geniality. Nine.
All right, I'm gonna roll for 4 knights. Different ones that could beat you. I want to see how many else were in the standing up. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20. Okay, so that would be England, Tor, Constantine. He's not here, so it would be Montague. Okay. We'll just have to come up with their stats here. You got a courtesy? Did you?
Yeah, pass my courtesy.
Got it. Garrett?
Oh, I have to do one as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. You're in here.
Yeah. Okay, give me a second then. Courtesy 12 is not bad. Hey, that's a pass.
Yes. Oh my god. You all. This is a very meager chat. Okay. Yeah. So all
shit.
Everyone's courtesies are terrible. You actually win.
Did Erwin win?
You just won.
I was gonna say a 9 wins.
With a 9 win, yeah. Yep.
Shit.
Against 5 opponents.
What a sorry toast.
This Easter is a fucking disaster.
You paid attention.
Yeah,
You're the only dude. You're the only dude who paid attention to the speech.
Yeah. Everybody else was off doing their own thing.
Yeah. I got
look at all these. Look at all these.
It just wasn't the best.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At least Garrett was paying attention.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Holy shit. All right. So there you go.
Love it.
The sorry state of the round table.
Yeah, you check geniality and courtesy.
Twilight years.
Yeah. Truly.
All right. Sort of geniality.
So I'm drawing cards because like Garrett's gonna be like, well, that plan is fucked. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the feast. And I'm actually I think I want Gentlewoman. A lady takes a shine at you and helps spruce up your clothing. I actually think this is Yvette. Like, Garrett comes back and Yvette is like, I told you not to wear that fucking jacket, man. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just like hot swapping clothing items between me and Uvain. It's like, nope. We're switching the roughs. Switching the roughs. You take you want the rings on the left hand. I don't know why you put it on your right. Like, come on.
Your better hand is your left hand. How did you not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you 22 years old or 21? Or
I'm 22, and
yeah.
Yvain and Yvette are twins at 21.
Right. That's why I was thinking, like, you're 22 years old, for God's sakes. Like, you should know which hand is your better ring hand. Love it.
So that's gonna give me. I'm gonna skip the next round. Well, no, I don't skip it. I just can't draw cards next round. But that will give me some more geniality. That's gonna save the feast.
Yeah.
One more.
All right. So Erwin's. I'm gonna flirt. I'm looking for a scullery maid or a lady in waiting. No one like named or important.
Nice.
But someone to have a roll around the hay with.
I love this new character of yours, Jim. Like it's such a refreshing change of pace from the good people you've been playing. Like I love him.
Yeah.
You've already had a bastard last year, so like, what's another one?
Yeah.
Get them Pelennor numbers up.
Bastard.
Yeah, but there's like something. This isn't the first like lusty Cholderton, right? But several of the Choldertons have enjoyed themselves, but this one, just there's a little edge to him that makes it feel just that little bit different.
Yeah. He heard all those stories of what the anarchy was like in the 1 year he was able to have spent time with his dad, and then was like, yeah, that sounds awesome.
All right. Can you do me a favor? You would definitely test flirting. Now, can you test your appearance? And then either dance, play, or sing, or some other kind of courtly thing, but I think those are probably the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Failed appearance. I don't get geniality bonus for that.
That's fine. Yeah, and either dance, play, sing, brag. Brag should be a skill. Bragging about your new falconer. Falconry. Test falconry from your new trainer. That would represent bragging.
Okay. Yeah.
How much you learned from your... He was... Yeah. I mean... No, this is all theory. Yeah, of course I've tried this, and not that I just learned this while this guy was tied up on the back of my horse like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like a tapestry.
Yeah, of course not. So do I get the geniality bonus for that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You're at the party. Okay. Yeah. We're no longer glowering.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It could have been either of them. Okay, we chose the falconry. Okay, that's fine. All right. So here's what's happened. So you will check flirting. With 1 success.
Yep.
Oh boy. You are insulted by a rival.
Insulted by a rival.
Oh no, you're not. I'm sorry. I read the wrong one. Okay, so it's like when you were flirting with somebody, it would have been like, "Hey, that's my girl," kind of thing. But no, I misread it. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Okay. You will. Oh, congratulations. You will definitely sire some children. Can you roll 1d3 for me?
Yeah. So
3. All right. Congratulations. It's triplets. This year.
Triplets.
In the village.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So they are in Camelot. No, that's not true. I should roll to see where they go.
Yeah.
They're for the kingdom. It is Barrack in Logris.
Eric Logris. All right. Where is that at? Yeah, Erwin's like, Eric, I don't know where that is. You'll do.
It's Middlesex County. It's between Middlesex, Surrey, and Kent. So I think kind of like near, I don't know. To the Britain map.
Yeah.
Is there a barrack on here? Essex, Kent.
Okay, there it is. I see where Kent's at. Kent's way
Kent.
over to the east.
Kent, Essex, so it's like east of London.
Oh,
okay. I guess. Out there. Cool. Yep. All right. It's up to you whether or not you'll claim them in the years to come.
Oh, it's Canterbury.
Probably. Why
not?
Now, the question is claiming them, does that make them legitimate? Or is it just like, yeah, that's my bastard?
It's up to you.
I think it can be both.
Yeah, you can recognize them, and then them spitefully hate you and being like, why would you recognize me, but then also not give me your full love and treat me as part of your family? Yeah.
Yeah, like I think you could recognize them, have them live in the household, and enjoy those without being like, you're in the line to inherit the manor.
This is a problem for Winterface Erwin.
Yeah. Erwin's not thinking about that right now.
Not Feaster Erwin.
Why would you recognize me and not give me father's love? That's not a thing, by the way. Father's love, I've heard of it. I don't think it's real.
It's a myth. That's like the questing beast. Good luck.
Yeah.
Father's affection.
So I didn't see it in the feast handout, but I recall there being.
Sorry, it's up there. It's up there with other myths like women's orgasms.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All lies.
Just sipping wine. Okay.
If they were real, I would have seen one by now.
Come on.
So I recall, I don't see the rules for it in the feast procedure, but I recall a version of Indulge that's not you getting drunk, it's you like getting other people drunk, like doling out the food and being like
it's in the book of feasts.
If you're 16 indulgent, you must succeed at a temperate roll to do anything. So I'm not, but I am. Okay.
You get to roll your choice of temperate or indulgent, and that's
okay.
If you're rolling temperate, that's you're getting other people drunk and feeding them.
Okay, that is what I'm gonna do.
Facilitating the feast.
That is what I'm gonna do. That is a crit.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Well, check temperate.
Yeah. Hey, this is what happens when an emotionally secure Garrett is embarrassed and just rallies.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is the most psychologically undamaged of the Winterborn Gunnets so far. I think this, by some fluke,
Neo'd all of the red flags and bullets. Okay.
So that is, as I recall, I get an extra geniality for the crit.
Yes. And 10 glory, technically.
Okay, which is functionally another.
Every crit is,
one,
yeah.
Okay. Jesus, Garrett turned this feast around for himself.
Yeah.
It's still, I think, a hilarious mess in general. Grumpy old Arthur, this Hungarian knight. A horrible, horrible speech from Garrett. A surprisingly good speech from Erwin. This is a real roller coaster.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is that we have one more card, don't we, for Feaster? We have Erwin's last turn. Oh no! Erwin's was that's right. You had the toast.
Yeah. So that's it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Cool. Then we go to summer. So the first thing, technically, we have the Pentecostal tournament. The tournament this year for Camelot is being held. The important thing is that it is there is a live chess match where the knights get to volunteer to be pieces on the board and fight. Do I know who should have told me who the ladies are who are having the duel? If there's anybody of note. It is the waged by the Queen of Love versus the Queen of Malahat.
Having a duel?
Yes, they're having they are playing chess against one another, but it's a live chess game. So one of you, so your knights will be, and soldiers will be, your peons could be, Lancelot could be a peon, right? And so when they go to take somebody, they duel and fight.
Yeah.
It's kind of set up that way. So it's not like knights are sitting around on a chessboard the whole time. They did that probably in the morning, and then the rest of it was like, okay, you're up, we're fighting here kind of thing.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Making knights also have to stand out in the hot sun the whole time also seems very Arthurian. So it's maybe they are.
Yeah.
It's up to you whether or not you wanted to finagle a spot in here as a peon or not, or would you rather just go to the lists or other sword fighting? There's a parade of elephants.
Sounds fun. Sweet.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
It's an extravagant tourney.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do the. See if we can get ourselves a place in the. Who's the Queen of Love this year?
Don't know.
Okay.
Let's make it interesting. The Queen of Love has been nominated or maneuvered to be Lady Angrad. Let's say it's your lady, it's your Earl. To make it spicy.
Like a spicy.
Right.
Now you have a reason to participate.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. I think there's probably a strategic meeting for that you could have with her and her marshal. If there was, a better placement for certain people, basically, if you wanted to put someone, how to best set up the chessboard, who should be the bishops, who should be, who should be the knights. The knights are obviously going to fight the most, or the bishops. So like, what do you, who do we put there versus that kind of stuff, right? Is there any spot that you would want to claim for yourselves, or would there be any spot? I imagine that knights are also going to be coming to you volunteering, like, let me serve as the knight, let me serve as the left knight, or let me serve as the tower, let me serve as that tower thing. Like, I want to be that guy in the corner.
It's called a rook, but we'll get to that, I suppose.
Yeah.
What's Erwin's sword? Because it's going to be dueling, right?
I've got a 15 sword and 15 hammer. Those are my two.
Hammer.
You could fight with a hammer.
Yeah. I think then I would abdicate putting Erwin as probably a bishop, because that's an aggressive piece.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily going to have to fight again and again and again, the way a pawn or a knight is going to.
Are you gonna? And what about yourself?
Queen. I'm the marshal. I've got a sword 20. So
that's true. Very modest of you.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know we don't have like you have like a full like list of knights for Logris, or sorry, for the Earl to place everybody, but that's fine. Okay, so the point being here though is then I need from each of you to see the number of duels we're going to do. Rather than play out a chess match like that, we're going to see how many engagements. We're going to roll for the number of engagements each of you are end up having. So the first thing I want is I'm going to roll to see if Reckless versus Temperate is the Lady Angrad in her chess game. So I don't know what her Temperate score is, so I'm going to roll randomly to get the skills here. 14 and 17. So okay. So her Reckless against a 14 passes. Her Temperate 17 passes. Okay, more Temperate. Okay, so she's not going to be bloodthirsty and having a lot more duels than I thought. Okay, so that means for our bishop, we're going to be rolling D3, and for our queen, we're also going to roll a D3. Yeah.
3. Goddamn.
Okay. So then these are gonna be in approximate succession, right? So let's go with the first one. Jim. So we got 2 for you. Let's see who you're going up against.
Oh.
Get a knight for you.
And these are just sword checks or weapon checks, rather?
Yeah, let's do just sword versus sword. Yeah, if you're fighting with another weapon, you could definitely roll that other weapon.
Okay.
What are the special rules for the hammer?
It does like extra. It's a bunch of extra damage versus knights in heavy armor.
16.
Yeah, you're
You
cracking.
can still use a shield with it.
Cracking open the turtles.
Yeah, I think it does extra damage for just like different plate armors.
Right. You're fighting a Cornish knight looking to reclaim a little bit of glory, serving the Lady of Malahat. The Mordred is currently talking to the King of Malahat while this is going on. Can you beat my 3?
This goes. Oh, bastard.
Oh,
not quite. 2.
26. Is that breaching? Is that breaching your armor?
Yeah, it's gonna breach. I'm gonna take like 2 damage.
2.
Yeah.
All right. Take 2. Dex has to stay on your feet. If you fall down, I believe you are knocked over. Okay, we stay up, so we will go again.
Yeah.
The first person to fall down is the piece that loses.
Okay.
Okay, you beat me this time.
warming up.
And warmed up. All right, and this is with extra. 21.
I think that won't breach the armor, but that's still enough to force a dex check.
It's still enough.
Is that with the extra damage?
Just rolled a 1 on one of them.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's like a low roll.
It's 66. Okay. Similarly, they stay up one more time.
Stay up. Goodness. Oh,
Fail on you, House. Fumble.
Oh, fumble.
Okay. I think the
bad.
I think the rules are that they don't have. I think with the fumble they lose their weapon. They're gonna bow out because like they're gonna fight against a hammer unarmed. You know what I mean? They're like, we're good. You win. I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? I think that's a pretty fair thing after multiple terms of the maybe exertion and stuff like that. Okay. So you'll stick around for the next one. All right, Archie, let's do you now.
All right.
For your exchange.
Yep. I'm not gonna bother invoking anything.
You're against a good old Cumbrian. (16 versus 17). You win.
Okay, but I am only rolling 5d6, so like
my
ability to
your ability
to knock them over.
They stay up.
Yep.
He's still beating him by 1. You're getting the edge on him. So that's so awesome. That's so awesome. How did you roll? Really? 13?
Damn.
Yep. 2, 3, 3, 2. 3. Oh my god. All right. Well, they can still fall over. Their dex is 13, so can they roll under it? They crit it. So they spin around, pirouette gracefully. Fumble again.
There it is.
There you go. Okay.
There it is. Got every 12.
How did you?
They don't get a shield, and I still don't get through the armor.
You rolled 3 1s.
Oh,
that's incredible.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Well, let's see if they fall down. Regardless, they're going to. Yeah, they do.
All right.
Okay. It's enough of a trip.
A good show.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Sword. Next battle for each of us. Back to you, Jim, for Erwin.
See what we got.
Orali from France, or Orail, I suppose. Their skill is okay. 14, beating you by 1.
Beating by 1.
Only 5d6 though.
God. 16.
You're up just fine.
Up. Let's see.
11. They're giving you the business.
They really sure are. 21.
Failure decks or no? There you go.
Oh, he does.
Oh no!
Bishop goes down.
Okay. We lose the bishop.
Everyone's really upset about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Throws his hammer down in the sand.
Yeah.
Has a fit.
Yeah. Do we break something? Is it this like a storming off situation? Is this a vowing revenge? Like
he's not reckless. This might be he's not reckless. So it's not like like we're really fighting. But he's gonna remember this guy.
Okay. Just so you know, then this is an old female knight from France, Normandy. Maybe she remembers when your dad was over there. Got to take this out on you personally.
Yeah.
There's French knights coming over here.
There's some fire scarring on our family home that spells out Cholderton. So
yeah. It's good to crush the rocks of Cholderton beneath my heels. Okay.
Love it.
All right, so you don't have any more matches for you, but Archie, you still got one more.
Yeah,
I got 2 more.
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry, 2 more. Okay.
Uh-oh. Might be over soon.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I don't have to roll damage. You just do the dex checks.
Damn.
Oh no!
Immediately.
Okay. Can you roll a battle test at -5? So your skill would be hers. So just.
Damn.
Okay, she will lose.
We lost the chess match.
We lost the chess match. All right. For every every victory though would be 25 glory. I'm sorry. Every victory is 50 glory. Failing is 25. You get half as much.
Okay, so both of us get 75.
Yeah. Okay, but you're not mad about it.
Well, so I actually succeeded on my pride.
But you're modest. You also see that modest was higher.
1. And I think that's different from if I'd failed pride, it wouldn't bother me, right? But this it does bother me, but I kind of overwhelm it with like, okay, actually, it's fine.
Nice. Okay. All right then. Moving along for the rest of the summer, is anybody willing to anyone want to volunteer to go with the Camelot's armies to put down King Brian's in the rebellions in Essex?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Okay. Cool. Then you all will not be in the marshals. You'll be in the ranks for these. But despite all of like the humdrum and dispassion, of the general malaise of the world and cynicism, there's some fucking really nice shit that happens when you're in an army of about 10,000 people, all marching. And when you're ready to fight and you say like for the round table, like there's that gets you going. You know what I mean? There's still dog in them, it's a good reminder to everyone that not all hope is lost, that you all are still an incredibly competent force. So let's just try to figure it. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Stands.
Yeah, absolutely. So please give me the following. I'm going to need a valor, a weapon, horse, like horsemanship. So that could be valor, sword, or lance, depending on like the crucial part of the fight that you want to participate in and how that folds. And then lastly, just.
All right. Pass on all accounts.
Okay. For every pass, go ahead and mark yourself a check. Okay. In addition, For every pass, give yourself 50 glory.
Okay, so that's 300 glory.
Yeah. So you have 3 or 4.
Okay. Then.
Wait, 3 or 4. Oh, so it's 200. Yeah.
Yeah, 200 glory. Okay. No, for Colin, for you, and specifically for Garrett here, because you passed all of them, you're getting an additional 50 glory, as well as I'm going to need you to roll on a loot table for me, which is D6.
Okay.
Do you want to get a check in cruel, selfish, or vengeful for another roll on the loot table, or are you okay with the 6?
I'm okay with the 6.
Okay. You also get a prisoner. So let's see what you got. Can you please for the prisoner? I need to roll on the companion table. All right. Can you please roll a d6 for me?
1.
1. Okay. You get a named servant.
All right.
So some sort of courtier. All right.
A courtier from where's King Brian from?
The Isles.
The Hebrides Islands.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of names they'd have.
I'm picking from the Irish list here. You got Udif.
Okay. Udif.
They don't have any skills.
Captured valet.
Yeah.
It's a shame because I was going to, if I'd gotten pure Libra, I was gonna like try and dole it out to the other knights. As part of the propaganda piece of like, see what happens when you don't raid peasants, you still get paid.
Right.
Can't really dole out Udif. He's not a pass around party bottom, unfortunately.
No. All right. Jim, for you, you're going to get an extra 25 glory for your fighting here, and then you're also going to roll a d4 for me. Okay, well that's pretty. Okay, not bad. Then you'll get 4 Libram. Weirdly enough, you stumbled upon something even better than the baggage trains hunting down before they get back on the boats. Nice. Maybe some kind. My guess is like, you probably got. Oh, no, you do not have that luxury. For your lack of if you would if you had 4 successes.
Horsed. He's unhorsed during the charge.
Yeah,
quits himself.
But as luck would have it, you probably like recover some sort of like wine cash. Like it's probably why you get so much. Okay. Okay, so you have a choice now. You can stick around Essex and help the King of Anglia put down more of the Saxon rebels this year from that Brian was kind of capitalizing on, or we can go back and see what happens in Salisbury. There is something that I have planned for you in Salisbury, but you won't know what it is unless you choose to go back. So, do you want to stick around, beat the crap out of some Saxons, like the good old times, or do you want to gamble and see what happens in Salisbury when we return in the fall?
I think, given that Garrett did well, he feels he made his point, and if he were just a knight, he might be inclined to stay, but I think the martial duties make him go, I should probably get back.
Sure.
I think Erwin's going to stay, because if there's more rebels to round up, then that seems like a good time.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. For Erwin, let's keep going for you here. Give me Lance, Valor, and Battle.
Let's see. Battle does. Hey, nice. Pass battle.
Right. Check all of them. You'll win and secure an additional 50 glory. And then can you roll a d20 for me?
6.
Okay. Okay. Funnily enough, that one is you will also gain an additional loot roll. So can you roll 2d6 for me? And then you have the opportunity to be cruel, selfish, or vengeful for each of these rolls.
Okay.
For additional d6.
For an additional roll.
So
let's
for
go
every
with vengeful.
Okay. So you can roll another d6.
6, 5, 4.
Okay. You'll gain a prisoner. You'll gain a palfrey. And you get another luck roll. So you can roll another d20 for me.
$17.
Oh my god. Okay. You gain 5 servants.
All right.
The rest of the 6-pack.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And then you gain 5 servants, but then you also gain a separate companion of the list. So can you roll again a d6 for me to see what kind of companion we get?
For the prisoner?
Yeah, for the prisoner here. A 3 is another named servant. Okay, so you got a named servant and their retinue here.
Okay.
You got an Anirian or Anirian. Hebrides. Nice. Oh, sorry. I should have rolled on the Saxon table. My bad. Hold on, that shouldn't be Ireland. It should be Saxon. Sorry. So Belay Anirian. It's Edgar.
Edgar.
I'm not going to give you the 5 other names of the random people, but technically they are ransomable. All right, now
I think Edgar will probably try to ransom, but the others are staying with me.
All right, and I'm so glad, Colin, you're the one who chose to stick around. To get back in Salisbury. So, you're going to get alerted that during this fall, 2 knights of Salisbury are kidnapped. Sir Dwin and your sibling, Ewain. They've been kidnapped up at Uppershoot. Sir Dwin being the knight at Uppershoot. They were kidnapped by mercenary knights. None other than the Ugly Mugs.
Oh, shit.
You have a few options. First off, as Marshal, you can pay their ransom with baronial funds. That's totally what they expect. The second option, though, would be you could take this personally. You could stage a rescue attempt.
Love of Family is 17. I'm gonna roll it to see if. Yeah, we're taking it personally.
There's no more fumbles today. We're in the rally arc of the Pendragon session.
I think Garrett is going to leave the Marshall necklace on the desk when he rides out. Be like, I am not doing this as Marshal of Salisbury.
Are you doing this as the Knight of Black Waters?
Yes, I was about to say that.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Are you going to approach them honorably, or are you going to just basically run them down at camp if you can?
Run them down in camp. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
cool.
I want to come on to them like the wrath of God.
Okay. Are you going to rope together a group?
Yeah. I think
like the rest of the Born, or is this like a Born? Sorry.
Well, it depends how big is the group, you know?
Oh, the mercenary group's like at least 20.
Yeah, okay, then I absolutely need to bring my own entourage. Yeah, it's going to be the Knights of the Born.
Yeah. Saying this is...
I'm calling on the Oathstone, you know?
Yeah.
That's the bat signal.
You call on the Oathstone. And again, like completely unplanned. Just the damn irony of you fighting so hard to sanction raids and stuff. You're like, we're doing an unsanctioned raid. Like, we're getting our knights back.
Weren't these the people that Erwin was with?
Yes.
Yeah. This is fucking poetry, man.
So exactly. Yeah. So this is where you're going after them. Okay. So we're staging a rescue attempt. I'm gonna need you to give me some rolls here because we're gonna be going against a little hideout here. So I'm going to need you to roll the following: Prudent, Valor, and Siege.
Okay. I'm gonna invoke Love of Family again because I don't think my previous ride's over.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. +5. So I'll start with Prudent. Success.
Yep.
Said Valor. Ooh, fail Valor.
Okay.
Siege. And what was the last one?
That was it. The 3.
Okay.
Okay. So you will succeed. You will be taking some wounds, but here's what will happen. Okay. You're able to rescue Dwin and Ywain for sure. Secured.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have taken some damage in the process. So I need you to go ahead and roll just as simply just 1d6 for your wound.
3. Okay.
Okay, that's not too bad. Sorry, you need to roll another one. It's the amount of HP that's based on 2 times the amount of skills you lost. So you failed 1, so there's still 2d6. Okay, so you've taken 4 damage.
So it's really that I'm only going to be out for like healing rate is 1.
Correct.
You get that per week, so
yeah,
this is not bad. This is not
okay. Bad. Now I give you the option of your choice as your additional loot. Would you like to take a prisoner yourself, or would you like to just grab some of their luxuries that they've taken?
Oh, prisoner.
Okay.
We're gonna bring him on a humiliation conga line.
Okay.
That's
you can bring back either Sir Owena, Sir Cadfanon, or Sir Obalot.
I like the name of Obalot.
Okay. Obalot, with their French accent, will protest that these knights were caught stealing from the dead, and that we had every right to do this.
Yeah.
If you want to follow up on that, that's up to you, or maybe they're just lying.
Yeah. I actually just rolled what the notable trait would be for Ywain and Yvette. For Ywain, it's just, and for Yvette, it's energetic. So it's which I love. So it's like, you got my brother on Robbing the Dead?
Yeah.
I'll talk to him about that, but buddy.
You're right.
But buddy. Does not matter. The Knight of Black Waters is not gonna take that.
For sure. Okay. Then that's how the fall goes. Do we have time to do winter, or do we have a hard out?
I have a hard out, unfortunately.
All right. All good. We will handle winter phase next session. But thank you. Any final checks we want to do today? Anything for fall?
No, this has been a very eventful start to the Twilight.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So just go back and do some hawking.
Yeah.
Hunting. Yeah.